tournament the other day, and if you want to get a free lesson, go watch a tournament. Find out a local club and go watch a tournament and watch what these young players are doing. And I noticed that in matches that were 18-year-olds, that they were hitting that ball incredible power, and sometimes with the topspin, they would put that guy way back there, and then you would have to hit shoulder to shoulder. And so I understand it's designed, it's be able to hit from high to high. And I noticed that that's a hard shot to hit, and so they hit that ball deep, and they're a lot of topspin, and the ball would be bouncing real high, and have the guy way back in the backcourt like that. And then he would hit short on him. And so when you think about this, one way to develop upper body strength, okay, because you don't hit enough even in lessons, is to get some device like this and just look at the device and make it and practice high balls like this, whether it's the backhand or the forehand. And your arm's going to be heavy. It's like holding 2 buckets with water in it. You couldn't hold it very long. Hitting high backhands or forehands like that is going to be hard unless you build up some upper strength and some exterior muscle strength. And so what I would encourage you to do is make a stand like this with a spring and a ball and practice hitting high to high. And then what you could do is use a racket cover, just an old Kramer racket. Put a racket cover on it and practice hitting high to high, or add some weights. I do all kinds of things like that to develop upper strength. And if you have trouble, use 2 hands in your forehand, use 2 hands in your backhand, and practice up here and get that strength built up, and use 1 hand and get that strength up here, shoulder to shoulder, because you definitely don't want to be hitting down on the ball, okay? And so you want to hit that ball's high, you want it high to high, and gravity will bring it down. And then or you could brush up, okay? And so it's a great way of practicing high to high. Like I said, when I started, I went to a tournament, watched 18-year-olds, and they were hitting the ball so hard. And so they could get that opponent deep and hit the ball high, and they'd be hitting up high, shoulder high or higher. And so you have to have incredible strength. You have to work on your strength up here and being able to hit up here and driving that ball through back to the opponent. And so that's a great way to practice. And so high to high, okay? And so find ways to practice. You can't. Tournaments are good to go to or to watch. It's like a free lesson. Watch the better players, see what they do, see how they hit the ball. You don't have to do exactly like they do, but learn from them. See the mistakes that they make. You can see the mistakes so clearly, and so you can see a mistake clearly when people go down and hit the ball down, the ball goes in the net. But when you see them hit the ball, high to high, and you see what strength that is, and this is how you develop that strength, okay? And it's from high to high, high to high. So you need some kind of device. I mean, you can go to a pro and they'll feed you high balls. You sit there and good shot, boom, good shot. But why not create something and be creative in your practice? Be creative in learning how to improve. I mean, you have opportunities that we didn't have when we were younger. The rackets you use, the equipment are so much better. The balls, the rackets, the strings, your shoes. I mean, we were using old Kramers and some of the things that we were using. I mean, you'd have trouble hitting with today. And so here's a great way to practice, and you have the opportunity of watching tennis, the pros. You have opportunity to go to a tennis club, maybe take a few lessons. I mean, that's always helpful. But learning how to practice, learning how to create your own lesson plan, and learning how to practice with a partner. And so here is a great way of practicing that for high balls. And so I was watching, like I said, I was watching these 18-year-olds, and boy, were they hitting that ball hard. And when they wanted to get that ball high deep, oh, they could, okay? And so here we go, high to high. If you have to, use 2 hands up here. Use 2 hands, forehand and backhand. Learn how to hit with 1 hand. Learn how to hit with 2 hands. If you have a 2-handed backhand, you can hit a 2-handed forehand up here, and that will give you strength. And eventually you want to get more strength with your 1 hand up here, high to high, going across, high to high. Notice I'm going shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to shoulder. One forehand, shoulder to shoulder. Now I'm going to do some backhands, shoulder, and I'm going up high, okay? Up high, and going through the ball. Just a great way of practicing.